so much.
Vielen Dank, Golo Firma. Thanks for the donation. I hope you get an English translation, or you will get one later, because it was very,
I hope so.
very good. Okay. So, you want to say thank you first?
Yes, thank you so much. It is a great honor and a delight for us to receive such a wonderful award from ZKM. We hope that it inspires future artists to code together and build their own digital machines and pieces from the ground up, as we say in California, grow your own. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge 3 colleagues who are no longer with us, Jim Horton and Rich Gold, who are driving forces behind the League of Automatic Music Composers, starting in 1977. And especially Mark Trail, our bandmate, who shares this award with us and who contributed so much to our music over the years. Many thanks.
As we heard, you were all pioneers of the digital age. And now everybody, everywhere in the world, and especially in Germany, is discussing about digitalization and artificial intelligence and everything. So what do you think about the state of digitalization today?
Well, it's an extraordinary thing, I think, unique in human history, that there's an invention that we've come to use for everything we do. And that's never happened before. And we've committed ourselves, humanity, 100% to this project that we know not at all the end of. And that is, it's a dangerous moment. And hopefully we can get beyond our current moment of transfixion, addiction, fascination with the digital, to really see what it is and to make a positive use of it back over the future.
Thank you. And as we heard, you were the first who did a telematic performance. Isn't it much easier to do such things today because technology is so much better? Or is it a bit boring today because everything works and it's not being a pioneer anymore doing such things?
Well, we went through that transition. The first piece we did was over a 300 baud modem, so onto 128 bytes of memory. So it was a much different context then, and we experimented with these telematic performances. I worked closely with Pauline Oliveros, for example, and dancers and things, trying to find that. I think she was interested in that later in her life, so she could expand her touring without needing to travel quite as much. But we discovered that the real, and Golo pointed out in his talk, the real power was when we were at the same table and examining the network itself as a musical entity and influencing the way the music transpired. So the telematic thing is certainly easy now. I could be Facebook Living this thing right now, which doesn't have the power of looking in each other's eyes and actually playing music.
And this will stay,
yeah,
whatever happens.
I think so.
What will we experience in the concert?
So tonight we're going to play one of our favorite pieces by Mark Trail in his honor. We've been playing this in the last few years, and tonight we have a new version of it. It was a beautiful idea that first he had, I believe, in 1987. And the idea was that he would generate a waveform of the plucked string algorithm. And this is a relatively simple computer algorithm that emulates the way that a string is plucked. You get a pretty good sounding plucked string by simply generating a buffer of noise and then filtering it. And each time the noise goes through the filter, it becomes more and more like one of these sinusoidal waves. But I think what's really interesting about this is that our music fits inside that wave. We let the wave control the amplitude or the loudness of each of our sounds. And what you'll hear in the concert is that all at once, one of the computers will generate 5 similar plucked string waveforms, and each of them will be sent separately to a different number of the hub. And they give them, so they follow it perfectly because they've programmed their instruments to do so. But aside from that, they do whatever they want, or whatever they plan to do, or whatever comes in the moment. So it's a very live process that you'll hear slow motion realization of 5 plucked strings.
Thank you very much. We're looking forward to that. Thank you very much. And please stay here, because I'd like to invite all the other award winners and the laudators and Peter Weidel and Christiane Riedel to join us on stage for a group photo. And solange wir alle hier aufbauen, ich mache mal den Tisch, der verdammt schwer ist, zur Seite, und darf Ihnen schon mal sagen, dass Sie jetzt alle herzlich